Happy New Year, happy 2020. Hope you're all having an awesome start to the year. Even though it's only been, this is the second day I'm filming this, so you probably watch this a week later and be like, second day. Today's video, we are going to be doing something that I feel a lot of us don't do. So if you watch a lot of my videos, so a lot of my workout videos, you would notice that I do a lot of warm-ups, and a lot of you, I've got so many good responses from that. And as well as my cross-lifter plans, a lot of you are like, I've never done so much warm-ups. So that's pretty much what we're going to do today. What we're doing today is I'm going to show you some great dynamic warm-ups you can do, because a lot of the times we don't do warm-ups because we find them, let's be honest, boring. So I'm going to make them a lot more interesting. So it doesn't matter if you do a CrossFit, if you do powerlifting, bodybuilding, doesn't matter what you do, warm-ups are essential. It's been something that I've learned massively, and it really helps your training. So hopefully you can apply some of these into your routine. Don't forget, if you enjoy the video, leave a thumbs up. That will be awesome. And don't forget to subscribe. We're just going to go straight into the video. I am going to do a voiceover again because, like I explained before, I can't talk and train. I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. So that's the only way I can do this video. So hopefully you enjoy it.
This is a great exercise to perform pre-leg day, CrossFit workout, or an Olympic lifting session. It really helps to loosen up and mobilize your hips. Here I am using a strong hip band. Make sure to keep your core engaged and make sure your lower back is resting on the floor. I like to extend one leg outwards and then also create some tension with the opposite leg by flexing backwards. So both legs are basically fighting against each other, and therefore creating a lot more tension through the hips. You can then do this standing, but you want to make sure when raising your leg up, you do so from the hip. Make sure every single time to engage your core. Then you can also add a bit more of a dynamic hop to the movement. This exercise is awesome for your rotator cuff and shoulder stability. In a plank position, keep your core engaged and then the band around your wrist. You want to laterally extend as far out as you can, then bring the opposite arm back as you can see in the video. This is a great warm-up to do before any heavy overhead lifting, benching, or Olympic lifting, because the shoulders are very vulnerable and keen to inflammation. You want to make sure to strengthen but create good stability before a heavy lift. Another great shoulder warm-up exercise as well as your core. Starting in a plank position, you want to make sure you engage your core, then reach towards your toes and get as close as possible. Not only is this actually really fun to do, it's actually a great full body dynamic warm-up. Usually before a heavy session, our body needs to be prepped or primed for that session. And exercises like these are great for your shoulders, chest, core, hamstrings, and glutes. Trust me, give it a try and you'll see how effective it is. Make sure you keep your core engaged throughout to really fire up your obliques. If you have a heavy leg day or ollie lift, or even pre-strength and conditioning workout, this is a great prep exercise to prime your body for any heavy impact lower body exercise. Make sure you inhale and brace your core before you squat down, and when you jump, you want a nice soft landing. Remember, this is a warm-up, so you don't need to try and exert too much energy every single time you jump. This is a great exercise to perform pre-conditioning workout or any ollie lifts. Make sure you keep your core nice and engaged. You want a nice and explosive jump from the lunge position, driving that knee up as high as you can and focusing on a soft landing. I like to start slowly on each jump, then pick up the pace gradually after a few reps. This is a great unilateral exercise to activate your hamstrings and glutes. Similar to the lunge jumps, however this time you will be jumping laterally. Also when landing, the back leg goes across diagonally. Think of this as a curtsy lunge jump. Again, focusing on a nice soft landing. You want to start with slower reps and then gradually increase the speed of each jump. To prep for any Olympic lifting or strength and conditioning training, first perform a normal box jump, and then as you can see in the video, I focus on taking one foot off the box before dropping down into a nice soft landing in a squat position, which is focusing on the eccentric portion just as much as the concentric portion of the box jump. These two movements mimic things like the snatch or clean, where you need to be explosive during the extensions but also nice and sturdy during the catch. Also with strength and conditioning sessions, this will transition well and prime your body for a lot of explosive and plyo exercises. If you struggle with glute activation and also want to strengthen or rehab your knees, these are absolutely awesome. The focus is just on the concentric portion of the pistol. You want to make sure you engage your core, externally rotate your foot to activate your glutes, and drive your foot down to the ground before standing up. Make sure your knees do not internally rotate, because this means your glutes aren't actually switched on. I have an improve your squat video explaining this properly, so check that out. Do this before any, and I mean any, lower body session, and you can thank me later. If you have any benching or overhead exercises, then these are great. Perform a normal push-up and then a nice explosive concentric up and off the bench. And as always, a nice soft landing. Keep your arms as straight as possible. Not only is this good to warm up your shoulders, but your chest as well as your core. This is also a great shoulder strengthening exercise.
Like he was gonna punch me. Come on, mate.
He's not actually. He's not joking.
That's the video. Thank you so much for watching. Now, obviously, with every single one of these, I'm not expecting you to do all of them, because that would be ridiculous. And actually, that's a workout. So, ideally, you'll pick 2 or 3 of these. As you can see, with every single one of them, they all require some form of dynamic movement. In terms of the hip band I have, they're really, really cheap. So you can buy them on mine was from Amazon. There's loads of brands. They're about £3 when I bought them. So make sure you get those, because those are great for doing a lot of hip mobility, as well as you saw how I did them with shoulders. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. That would be awesome, as I said before, and subscribe. As always, if you have any questions as well, make sure you leave a comment and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.